Uncomfortable Conversations with the White Man. I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Clifton Portier. Clifton Porter. How you doing, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
All right, so first thing, uncomfortable conversations with the white man. What does that mean to you?
What it means to me is putting everything out in the open, everything on the table, from both parties, both points of views, both opinions of what's going on in this world today, in this country.
The idea of how BLM, Black Lives Matter, the core of it, as opposed to its opposition, how does one defeat that?
One defeats that by education, knowing the history of what's been going on in America for hundreds of years. Understanding, along with the education, but understanding, that's what that really means, to get to the roots of the problem of what's been going on for many years.
Now, as we talked about before, I've been public with it. I don't necessarily apologize for something that I've never been a part of. I've never been a part of racism. I don't agree with it. I don't condone it. The understanding of how it began, where it began, where racism in the U.S. began, how does that affect today's generation?
It affects today's generation by they're kind of experiencing a little bit of what our ancestors went through.
In what ways?
The injustice of law enforcement with Trayvon Martin and some of the other young kids that have died senselessly because in society they're a threat, but they don't see them as our children.
I feel in terms that when people speak of you see like they and them and that blatant, we talked about this off camera, but the idea of that blanket stereotype, that umbrella that covers everybody. So if a person says, well, they don't understand, I don't want to be put in that blanket stereotype. How do you categorize? My goal for this is to not put people in a box. Keep people out of that box of being, one bad apple spoils a whole bunch. What about 1,000 bad apples?
They can be, they can spoil a whole forest, the whole crop.
Yeah.
But to get to the root of it, everybody has to be educated. They got to be empathetic. They got to understand. People in general, they got to understand each party, each side. Not just a black and white thing, but right now that's pretty much what it is. But there's bad apples in all races.
Yeah.
In all of them. Ignorance in all races.
Ignorance is not
It's not
ignorance is not prejudice.